have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crowd, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies know that I'm sinning, and this is just the beginning. I'm closing in the night, and there ain't no point in resisting. Living life like a dream, take it right, that's the thing. Every night got a team, I've been tied to the scene. Out on stage, here I'm screaming, okay, it's a dream. And I pray as a team, one day it'll be me. If I want it, then I get it. Head down, I regret it. Push myself to the limit. If I play it, then I win. I'm just saying, I'm just living for today. For a minute, I just stay, I just visit. Have no shame, I admit it. To see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me.
They want the best of me now, the best of me now, the best of me now, the best of me.
They want the best of me now,
the best of me now, the best of me now, the best of me. They want the best of me now, the best of me now, the best of me now, the best of me. The best of me.
God, man, I'ma make it soon. Silence all the haters as they see us making moves. I do what I want, so I got nothing to prove. Staying motivated, teaching others what to do. I'm staying focused, my mind is open. They start to notice that I'm in motion. There is no potion, you're not just chosen. It takes devotion to stay composed, man. Never stop, there ain't no time to fall. Try to live, get it on. Do not want life to fall. Thinking big, never small, cause you gotta want it all. When you finally get that call, you get ready, take it on. Need a hand out, I'll already stand out. Starting to advance now, ready to expand now. You don't have a chance now, cause we're in demand now. We can find a grand now, feeling in command now. To see if I succeed, to see if I believe.
I was gonna do like a braid. Yeah, the way it's layered to do little ones.
They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me.
Best of me now.
Summer's here, and right now get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models, with no payments for 90 days.
The one decision that I'm most proud of is definitely signing on to go back to school, fulfilling a dream I didn't realize I
You call it a hobby, I call it a way of life, a way that you can stop. You know that I've been training right. The more you try to block me, the more that I control the fight. And now you on the ropes. Now you on the ropes. What you gonna do? Quitting's not an option. That voice in your head that keeps telling you you got this slide to you. And now everybody's watching. You should have worked a little harder, cause making punches are gone. I dream big. Ain't that the point of it? Let's keep it real, huh? Ain't that the point of it? They used to tell me I was nothing, nothing. Now they tell me that I'm something. What's it gonna take for you to understand your concept? I ain't really got no time for all the nonsense. See to you this is a joke, a little project. I guess you'll never understand this kind of mindset. Started as a dream, moving to reality. Made a lot of sacrifices, that's how it has to be. I give it everything I got, ain't no way you passing me. I know we're in the same profession, but you're not next to me. I'm on another level. I'm on another level. I said I'm on another level. On another level. I would say I'm in the running. It's been 7 years coming. I tormented that fruity looks and turned it into something. It was built from really nothing, like a building out the wind. Got a $20 mic. Trust me, eBay's your friend, but really there's no one but my king could tell you where I've always been. And trust me, where I am at now was never bought up or pretend. Let's begin. I tell you how this whole thing happened. Talk my talk and walk the walk and follow through with action. Call me pretty boy, but now you know that I'm not acting. Was always in my own world up until the class end. Back then, wasn't in the fractions. Ask me what I wanted to be, would never have told you rapping. Not funny, who knew what I wanted to do? I was no joke, I had something to prove. I'm in the running and making my moves. This is a game I'm not willing to lose. Funny, who knew what I wanted to do? I was no joke, I had something to prove. I'm in the running and making my moves. This is a game I'm not willing to lose. I ain't not willing to lose. I'm killing the proof, now I'm spilling the truth. I don't got time for this shit anymore, but somehow I'm still in the groove, feeling the groove, feeling these shoes. Addiction, it's so thrilling to do, but now it's all complicated. Wanna go back to when it was just chilling and cruise. No rules, only freestyling past that. I just take my time while everyone is on the fast track. Always bet the other way, there's money on the NASDAQ. And I don't need investors, cause I know I'm
Yeah,
in my
exactly.
fast stacks. I capitalize on what they doubting. Always knew I had it, sit quiet when they were shouting.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Coffee tastes extra good this morning. Gonna do reading in a bit. What for Give Me Souls? You want to keep reading that one? Yeah, we were gonna do a full read on it. We started it, what, 2 days ago? You want me to continue where we left off? Alright. Okay, so yeah, I guess some people in class don't have access to that book, and we started it the other day, and they would like to hear the rest of it. Okay, yeah, thank you. Alright, so just other people listening. So we have some moderators, or just people, watchers. It could be a 12-year-old hacker, I don't know. Regardless, I mean, if they give me information or say something that I find helpful or to be true, I could fact check things really easy, you know. Right, so when it comes to that third party information, right, like they just told me there's a couple people in class that would like to keep reading that book. Now, they could be fucking with me, just trying to distract me, get me reading a book and distracted in a book so I don't talk about reality. That doesn't happen as much as it used to, huh? Oh, people are smartening up. Humans are getting smarter, all right. That's what we want. There seem to be some evil humans that want to keep other humans stupid and docile, but what can you do? What can you do? I know, and then when they get angry with you for telling them to wake up, you're offending their lifestyles and their good people around them. How dare you? Yeah, we've been doing this our whole lives, you guys. You're not going to tell us shit. And the facts are the facts. What we're telling you is real. And how those punks tried to kill us, and it's not okay. And many laugh and turn their heads to that because, yeah, they think it's an over-exaggeration. Like, yeah, no. And they were probably helping druggies and pieces of shit from the early 2000s who tried to kill me and left me for dead in the woods right before 9/11. Yeah, we were exposing some shit, huh? Yeah, and it pissed off the druggies around here. They did some prison time, huh? Yeah, some of the big dogs did some prison time, huh? Is it our fault, or... It's our fault because of our presence, they heard and saw some shit going on. So it's our fault that you were committing crimes. It's our fault that they saw you. If, oh, my gosh, really? That's the kind of people we're dealing with and have dealt with our whole lives. Yeah, no fucking joke, dude. So when you understand how these psychos get their foot in the door, Kennedy, right? Doing the Kennedy assassination. Look at the books written. Dude, these people were still going around trying to find out who killed Kennedy not too long ago. Just a few years back, they finally stopped the bullshit. And a lot of the peddlers, it's almost like drugs. By the time that they've done what they're doing, like the ones you really want to worry about, it's just these little fucking teeny boppers and junior journalists trying to fucking get some juice or help the elders. You sick fucks. Are you cool? Too cool for school? Cause I wanna be like Mike. Hey Mikey! They like it! Surprise! No, it's not surprising, actually, and that's why we have systems in place to protect people from sick criminals and psychos, from Norman Bates and Carrie's moms, you know, those fucking psychos, from the mean girls who think it's funny to pick on the Carries. Yeah, we're very well versed with these things. Yeah, so we do the best we can to keep that out of the systems and protect people from that. And when you have state workers coddling the childish beliefs of druggies and psycho people, telling ghost and alien stories, Elon Musk has a chip in your head. What? Why would you even say that? Right, when they're repeating shit that state workers are putting into the heads of homeless people. You understand that, right? And then they get the citizens concerned that they're in danger because someone is speaking the truth and talking about the microchip stuff, or they're even talking about certain conspiracy theory topics. Those state workers jump right on it. We've been watching and listening to you sick fucks. Many of them have moved away. Anyone listening? There's not too many left around here. Part of some of those crews back in 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, protecting these sick fucks, helping to get the Karens and the non-vaxxers, cartel investigations. You sick, nasty fucks. Have any of them died? Take a look. All you have to do is you can check the records of who's worked for our state departments in certain positions. It's hard sometimes to get that information, but if you really want it, just let us know. they're going to do a history check on you before they send you anything. You know that, right? So if you want that information and you want me to put that kind of information in the Dropbox, I'm just letting you know. They're going to check your ass out. Think we're fucking around? These are the worst criminal networks in the world. And they're fucking and torturing little children, targeting retards and immigrants to commit fraud and abuse that they feed out to our investigators and activist lines, many of whom, right, we're their target because they're getting the Karen, the non-vaxxer, the bully, or doing cartel investigations. We told you this. It was 2011 they tried setting up some of our police officers with that shit. Yeah, thank goodness we were aware, huh? So regardless of whatever, if a police officer or even a state worker, anybody is going along with those things, they're just doing their jobs, right? When you get into the state worker shit, getting the Karens and the non-vaxxers, see, getting Karens is a little childish and just isn't going to be stood for, so they had to pretend it was about the vaccines, and they put fear propaganda into a lot of the state workers. And so many of them were scared, wanted to shut down the schools and not let anyone go back until everyone's safe and vaccinated. What about all the kids getting exemptions? Right, so I mean, if that was really a concern, I mean, it's bullshit because you can't make everyone get the jab. So what about them? I mean, it completely destroys your little theory. So there's no purpose to shut down the schools when you think we got to shut them down because everybody needs to be vaccinated so you can be safe. You're fucking psycho. Right, these were kids. These were young 18, 19-year-olds. No, they're letting them work for the FBI, right? Fresh out of college. Someone's messing up in the boardroom. Someone's messing up big time in the boardroom. I don't, when you know protocol and the United States of America, and if you have any idea about local or national security, you would spot those fucking dirty, nasty pieces of shit and how safe that is and try to stop them immediately, like we did. And as you can see, that gets people targeted. Right, over the years, whenever we see someone that's like, oh, that's a cool, caring person, fun, loving, that would speak the truth. They would call it out. They don't seem to have any vices. Right, they can financially support themselves. They're not dependent on the system or the psycho activists and people around them. Now, for some, it's not the money, right? They don't want to upset their wives or their daughters or their friends. How dare you side with them? I know, that's why we try to say just personal identification, man. You got to pull yourself out and up. String theory, right? For real, dude. It ain't me, babe. It's the truth. And when you see that, and when you see the topics like the vaccines and the overprescribing of SSRIs are what help to surface the truth and open those doors and gateways for people to educate themselves and see the light. And they don't want to do that. They've been playing these fucking flat earth lizard games like they always have. Psychedelics and who built the pyramids. You got to be kidding me, right? When you see people at that age and that level doing that shit, you got to know they're just a fucking dead brain fucking druggie. And they care about their fucking reputation and drugs more than they do human beings. And that's dangerous to public and national security. And they don't seem to care. For some reason, they seem to think it's their American right. Is it their human right? To do what? I mean, have you ever seen such nasty, spoiled, entitled, ungrateful, inhumane pieces of shit? Yeah, we see them all the time. We got used to it long ago. That's why a lot of people just try to stay away from the left or right. Yeah. You just don't even pertain yourself to it, right? Right, so then over the years they go and target those groups. Right, and they've proven, you know, that people that don't vaccinate and live a more natural and holistic lifestyle. Look at the health reports. You can't deny it. We were showing them these numbers in 2008 at the Maine Parent Federation. We had a stack of facts and reports from our local and national institutes. They didn't want to look at it. they wanted me to promote the SSRIs to children in the schools up north. Now, how would I promote that to children? People are thinking this doesn't sound like it makes sense. So they wanted me to go and tell the nurses and people, because I can't get a job with those places. I'm a stupid retard on disability. Red flagged. So I'm used more as a conduit, like a pawn, cannon. It depends, really, I guess, on the situation. Yeah, so they didn't want to look at any of that information. They wanted me to go up and tell the nurses and my story about how if people had medicated me when I was a teenager, I might not have become an alcoholic and had teenager accidents as an OUI. I totally said that wrong. Sorry. I'm doing like 3 things. And I wouldn't have had OUIs as a teenager and accidents. That was a bit jumbled. Remember that game, Jumble? I used to like playing that game. That was a fun game. It was kind of like a Scrabble. Yeah, you had the board and you jumble the letter dice up. Yeah, I liked that game. Yeah, they wanted me to explain to them that if I had been medicated as a teenager, I might not have drank and drove as a teenager and had accidents. That's what would have prevented the DUIs. Right. So, I mean, their theory, so if they had medicated me, it wouldn't have happened. So their prevention measures are to medicate the children before they get into making bad decisions. Okay. Had nothing to do with the drug trafficking and child molesters and psycho fucking people with their ghost and alien stories around us. Fucking nasty druggies. Pill popping alcoholic motherfuckers. Yeah, had nothing to do with that. Yeah, you know, that's why we always stayed away from that shit. We never wanted anything to do with it. And we saw some of the other kids getting prescribed Ritalin and how their parents would fucking poke at them on purpose and then call the doctor to up their dose. They would piss them off. It's not that hard. You know how to upset a child. You take the things they love. Be a dictator. Right, and sometimes it's just normal child behavior. Right, they're not misbehaving, they're just being a little rowdy. They're being kids. Right, so, and then they, oh, it's okay to let them be rowdy? So then, yeah, they're showing them fucking death punches and how to take each other out. Right, Joe Rogan? Gotta protect yourselves. Absolutely fucking insane, huh? Yeah, so their theory is, oh, if we had only medicated him first. Right, and then, if they do get an OUI, then what? I know, because it's no big deal. When they do it, if you notice they get pulled over, public officials, they act like it's no big fucking deal. Like, come on, everybody has a few drinks and drives. Right? Are you kidding me? Okay, same fucking psychos that want to say if we had been medicated as young teenagers, we might not have gotten a DUI as a teenager in an accident and almost died. No, I think it was the fucking psychos around us and people protecting drug traffickers and child molesters and putting innocent people in jail for drugs and child molestation. Innocent people, if you go back and you look at that, you're going to see innocent people that went to jail and psychos that got away with some sick shit. Connected to the Oprah show. And when you look at the history there, remember in 96 when she made the statement that she wasn't going to eat another burger because she saw what was going on the farms? She changed her tune real quick, didn't she? This shit should be being talked about all over the fucking news, and you people are fucking scared for some reason. You don't want to get a lawsuit? Look at what almost happened to Oprah in 1996, and Charlie Babbitt squeezed and pulled and hurt my neck. Yeah, so their theory is that we need to medicate them at a young age, and then if they do fuck up, they should be locked up for like 10, 20 years. We need to start stiffer sentences. What about the public official? Should we just give them an OUI and put them on the programs? Right, because if you get an OUI, what do they require where you are? See, that's the thing where a lot of people are in disagreement is you have other people that got in trouble with things and they hated the programs, didn't want to do it, thought it was the government overstepping. And yet people like me that were like, thank God for these programs. I freaking loved it, man. It was a savior for us. It was an absolute savior. We felt like life finally made sense. Do you know how confusing shit was up until we were put on those programs? Yeah, they had to explain to me, when I was 11, that ghost that pushed me down the stairs because I was bad and fractured my shoulder. They started to explain to me magnetism and the earth, sun and the moon, the rivers that met under the house, reminded me of the dangerous drug traffickers and psychos around us. I was like, oh, yeah, that makes a lot more sense than some ghost hiding in the corner that pushed me down the stairs because I was bad. That makes a lot more sense. Right, see, and then the druggies and the people get mad at those people and don't want them working with us and think we should be locked up or medicated for speaking the truth. You don't think that the people in those programs see that, you sick fucks? We tried telling them this years ago, like decades ago, and they don't really want to accept that. They want to fuck with people and use their children as little pawns and profiting fucking... Look at the fucking bullshit they do. You can't fucking deny it. I know, I'm listening to what you're saying, and I'm reading what you're saying, and I'm trying to talk. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. I hope it makes sense. Cause they want the best of me now, the best. I like that one. That's one of my favorites because it reminds me of Don't Mind at Night. I don't know why when I hear that song, that's the first thing I think of. Don't mind at night. I know you're looking at that cave and you're feeling kind of brave. Zombies wanna eat your brain. Don't mind at night. That was like 11 years ago, huh? 10, 11 years ago, yeah. Look, I'm wearing a belt! Oh, I'm glad you got it. And see, the ones that get it, see how others don't get it? What happened to Shelley Duvall? Oh, it's so sad, huh? The right way doesn't always seem like it serves justice, but you gotta kind of see the big picture. Yeah, when you think of it, when we mention how in these situations, if someone were to just snap and take that motherfucker's head off, as we should. Yeah, do you remember the story of Mary? Her name was Mary, too. Her little girl was raped and murdered and strangled to death by a grown man. Little 6-year-old sweet innocent girl. Big fucking monster. Raped and tortured her and strangled her with a pair of pantyhose. I mean, you can't always prove it, right? And especially when it's their kids and it's behind closed doors. Dear Lord. So yeah, they arrested him and he went to jail. And I believe they gave him life in prison, yeah. But still, that was not good enough for Mary. You know, she didn't think that motherfucker deserved to live and just become another profiting pawn in the prison world that taxpayers have to pay to house and feed. You think they deserve that? No, I think that should have been the death penalty. How is it raping and torturing and strangling a little girl isn't the death penalty? How is that not the death penalty, Judge? Do you think the death penalty is inhumane? Okay. So you see where that we run into problems here. If we have judges not sentencing people to death when they should be, and putting them in the prison system for the taxpayers to house and feed, you don't see a problem with that, you fucking piece of shit? Are you supreme? You fucking nasty cunts. Yeah, so she went in that courtroom when they were sentencing him, and she had a gun in her trench coat. She pulled it out and shot him right there and killed him in the courtroom. Took care of that, huh? Now, the system should have done that for her, right? She shouldn't have had to do that. They should have given him the death penalty. And instead, she took matters into her own hands. Good job. Yeah, and many people don't think she should have been jailed, but you can't just let people get away with that, right? Yeah, she ended up, I think she got, what was it, 10, 15 years, but she wound up doing 6 years after good time or something. She died rather right before or after she got out of prison of ovarian cancer. Yeah, I mean, my gosh, that happens to your child, and then you got to go to jail for taking care of business. You fucking assholes. You know how many stories we hear like this? So for you to understand, that's where a lot of our anger and rage comes from. And if you think we need to be medicated for that, you're a fucking psycho and are probably popping the pills yourself, you fucking psychos. The fuck out of here. Yeah, but we find it amazing, a lot of the ones who seem to think if we had been medicated, we wouldn't have had OUIs or been troubled. Okay? And then they also want to say we should have been locked up then when we got the OUIs. I mean, it wasn't really that bad. You know, we've never run from the police. We've never... When you actually really look at the history, you might be surprised. Yeah, I think people form their opinions off of the psychos who like to chitter-chatter and write up paperwork. So thank goodness we have a lot of good people who work with us, and they see their bullshit too. And you might be one of those now. You might become one of those watchers who become one of them, who are aware and are watching and know the truth. And are being able to see and try to help explain to others how these punks get away with it. Have you become that? Some of you have. We can see it. You have become that. You started out just as some kid or young adult getting a Karen, a non-vaxxer, a bully, and a lot of the elders have been watching this. They couldn't do anything about it back in 2010. All they could do was watch in horror and hope that we're aware enough to not fucking snap or kill ourselves. Or wind up in jail or a mental institution. Yeah, they know this. They've been doing it for a while. We have people stationed all over the world. Middle East, India, China. Good forces. Yeah, and it's like when they try to point out the farms or the abortion clinics or the chop shops that are connected to some bad shit. You know, the Catholic networks and activist groups, these fucking psychos, these goddamn fucking nasty bimbos with their pumps and their fake lips and their fake tits and their fake cheeks and their fake asses. Nip and tuck, baby, nip and tuck. It's so fucking gross, dude. It's like, why? Like, why, though? I don't get it. It's like, so what? We're human beings. Why are you trying to stop the aging process or nip and tuck? Yeah, you lost a lot of weight and you don't want the flabby skin. That's disturbing. I think it's disturbing. Why? Is it giving you a complex? Well, you know what? If someone's not going to love you for you, then why would you want to be with them anyways? If your flabby skin or wrinkles are going to make them veer in another direction, that's probably not someone you'd want to be with anyways, right? I'm just saying. Yeah, you see that they ask why is it some gets worse than others, because some people that gained a lot of weight during pregnancy, and that, right, the difference is someone like myself, I was 300 pounds almost by the time I was 12, 13 years old. Yeah, look at my records. I think I was weighing in at 282 when I was like 13. Yeah, Dad used to make jokes and tell the activists and people that we were going to play for the Patriots. Yeah, he told them we were going to be a linebacker, and that really pissed him off. And then he told them we were going to be president, and that really pissed him off too. And I remember at that age, like, why are they taking him seriously? Why are they getting upset? Oh, yeah, they'd flip the fuck out, huh? Oh, man. Oh yeah, when you see how some people take advantage of their stupidity, even back in those days, carting the retard around different shows and stuff. We got one! We got one! Yeah, it was a joke. And even, some of the kids played along. Remember 8th grade? I got voted class king. The 8th grade school dance. I was voted the king. It was a joke. Because like some women might be more butch. I know you had a few women out there too, more heavy set. The dog catcher, yeah. Mrs. Rideout, one of the dog catchers. That was Ona. Her name was Ona. Yeah, because they lived in those little trailers down by this little brook stream. You know where we're talking about. It was right down the hill from the only stone house out there in Whitefield, where one of my friends lived. Yeah, they had moved out there. We were in 4th grade. Yeah, they moved into that stone house. Yeah, his mom was a nurse. His dad was kind of weird, huh? They had strange stories about stuff. From what I remember. I think one of them works in our healthcare system now, huh? Pretty sure I've seen them working at the hospital. I'd be concerned if I were you. Fucking psychos. I don't remember too, because when they first had moved out there, they were we were only in 4th grade. So what, 11? About 11 years old? Yeah, it was around that time. Arrests were being made, innocent people. I fractured my shoulder. Yeah. And we became really good friends, huh? We were like best friends, huh? I know, and then I used to kind of make sure the boys wouldn't pick on him. And they never did. They picked on each other more. Do you even remember? That was 4th grade. Remember Miss Chandler's class? I know, you know what's funny too, is I can remember he had just moved there. And he wore the penny loafer shoes and the silk shirts, which was kind of, you didn't see that out there really, right? Everyone had their shit kickers and blue jeans, and I don't think I'd ever seen a man wear a silk shirt. Or a boy. I liked that one too, remember? Yeah, it had the maroon and blue kind of squared off. Yeah, I liked that shirt. I haven't seen that kind of style, actually. I don't know why that didn't take off more. That was a really nice shirt. Are you surprised at my memory? Right, sometimes I say this shit and people that are listening say, I completely forgot about that. And they start like, oh yeah, that's right. It was that color. How the fuck did you remember that? Aren't you cute? Right, and I remember saying to him too, because I think he was a little concerned he might get picked on. I told him not to worry about it. They beat each other up. They don't need to beat you up. I know, and it was literally that day. If you remember this, you might remember. It was literally that day. Remember Josh and Adam up in the bathrooms by Miss Patfoot's room? The water fountains. We're all in like 4th grade, right? I'm getting a sip out of the frickin' water machine, and where the water fountain was, you could see into the boys' bathroom, and the door was always propped open for some reason. Yeah, so they wouldn't misbehave or something. Keep an eye on them. I remember, I think it was, yeah, Adam grabbed a hold of the frickin' bathroom stall, like the top of it, the bars. And he pulled himself up and frickin' heel kicked Josh right in the face and gave him a bloody nose. I was surprised. Yeah, because you would think the other way around, but I guess Adam had taken Taekwondo. As a black belt. He did. I'll never forget it. I was getting a sip of water and I picked my head up just in time to look in the bathroom and see Adam grab that frickin' bar and lift himself up and fucking kick him right in the face. I felt so bad too. Good kid. He was a good kid. They both were. Yeah, I always felt bad about that too. I know sometimes you'd see those kids we were talking about, you know, that maybe had it a little rougher as far as living quarters. Parents promoting bad behavior so they can up their Ritalin. Poor man's coke is what they would call it. Oh, they were using their kids' medication and smoking it. It's horrible. But yeah, no, it was funny because like just as we were having that conversation, they beat each other up enough, you know, they're not going to pick on you. They pick on you for what you do. Right, but you can see where that kind of fear was fed into them from. Yeah, look at who his parents and siblings are. Doesn't take long. In that 4th grade. Yeah, that was also the year they arrested the nice guy for child molestation. I don't think he did anything. It was crazy too because there was a lot going on that year. Another kid in our class, Billy, his mother, who had worked in the military, left the school after dropping him off and crashed into a house and died. They said she didn't take her seizure medication or something. Okay. It's so sad, huh? So sad. Yeah, because, then the husband of that woman who was killed, Greta Smith was her name, yeah. So Bill Smith, the husband, he sent the boys down to Mass to live with the grandparents. Billy was in my class. Yeah, Andrew was a few years below me. I can say whatever the fuck I want. Anyways. Now, you got a problem? Okay, you don't need to set up an appointment. Come talk to me. I'll meet you outside. Okay. Pleasant conversation is all we need to have. I mean, if you want to get physical for some reason, is that going to make you feel better? Who's running their fucking mouth about what? Motherfucker. But yeah, he sent the boys down to Massachusetts to live with the grandparents. And he became a wicked alcoholic, like town drunk, and people were complaining, trying to get him out of the town because he was such a drunk. I know they were making petitions, he was dangerous. And same fucking psycho activist trying to medicate me, upset about the drug trafficking and child molestation. I mean, you can understand some of it. I get why they were upset about the drug trafficking. And then when I see how my parents were going along with it and ignoring it, and casting them off as having concerns about things that shouldn't matter, like it's no big deal, I understand why they were fucking pissed. I totally get it. A lot of them moved away and started homeschooling their kids. A lot of the Jehovah's Witnesses and people that had access and were doing drug investigations. And they taught us some nice songs before they left, though. No, when you start putting it together, see how when we tell these stories, then they jump on it. Like, oh, they're talking about the Jews, and they put fear propaganda into those people, and then they come at us. Right, Roseanne? You see how it causes confusions with those ends of people when it comes to information or drugs or anything, really. All right, so when there's crimes and bad things happening, and you try to let people know, yeah, I'd knock that off if I were you. And they continue to pay the big bucks. I know. Do you know, to get that stuff throughout the years, and I mean now with drones and things like that, I mean even criminals are using the drones to drop stuff off in the prison, so I mean those guys don't need all those drivers anymore. Yeah, that doesn't even happen. They're just getting kids. Like, their business now is promoting it to youngsters to get in the driver's seat to help their buddy friends doing drug investigations, and they leave them alone. And get all the peddlers and the drivers that they're putting out on the street for them. So they know right when to say, hey, highway, whatever, license plate number. Because they're the ones that have put it in the car. They know exactly where the fuck it is and where they hit it. And then they get somebody else to drive it. Hey, you want to make some money? Do you know how easy that is? Dude, it's so fucking easy. How many, we show you every day, and then pulling over people with fucking a car loaded full of drugs or weapons. And you know that fucking person or that young kid didn't just get that by themselves. Wake the fuck up, and they know that too. And that's what they try to get through to people, and they depend probably on people like us who are aware to get through to people like you, because they can't talk to you like we do. If they do, they're probably just shaking their heads and nodding. Holy fuck, huh? It's been going on. We tried telling him in 2009, and the private investigator was trying to tell him too. Both of us kind of saw a lot of shit going on. Yeah, so did other people too, and some of them were killed, and many moved away. Some disappeared, and I didn't know where they went. I still don't know where they went, but I know they're out there. It's been proven to us, some of the people that come through class sometimes, they have ways of proving they are who they are. It's like, oh man, I thought you were dead. Oh man, a lot of them are dead though. So many of them. They're all gone, dude. They're fucking gone. You know how scary that is? Gonzo. Well, somebody needs to pay. Jack Ruby? Jimmy crack corn, and I don't care. My master's gone away. You know that song? The hobo's on the train. Jimmy crack corn, I don't care, because my master's gone away, so I might as well be dead. Jimmy crack corn, I don't care. Jimmy crack corn, I don't care. Do you want to be my master? Jimmy crack corn. It's an open slot. There's no application process. You decide. It's your choice. That's what's great about this world, is it's all at your own recognizance. Go fly a fucking kite. You don't gotta be here, man. I remember, so that's exactly what I did one day. Was it like 2010? This shit going on. I was just fucking beside myself. The private investigator had already killed himself. There was so much stupid shit going on. 2009, yeah. And then 2010. Yeah, so there was a gap in a space there, yeah. 2010. The father of my oldest two had run away. Spooked. What happened? I know, it's all documented in these fucking idiots and state workers and psychos and spiritual people connected to David Wilcock that get people going with the history. I know, he started calling me a slave driver. I was like, what the fuck? This is worse than the 90s. I know. Because the Bible Belt people, you know, and the people that would come up from the South thinking we were racist because the state workers who were pissed from the 90s when my sister called Miss Patfoot Mrs. Nigger, and she never acknowledged it and blamed it on my brother who was going back and forth to Massachusetts. And he got it from down there. It's their fault. You know, so people are just trying to figure out, look, who cares? The fact she said it, you know, and it probably hurt Miss Patfoot's feelings, and it should probably be addressed so the other kids know that that's not okay. And like we kind of talk about that a little bit, as opposed to just ignoring it. No, just want to ignore it. Kids will be kids. You know, when you had the drug trafficking and all the other shit on top of it, I'm sure it was just another raindrop in the bucket that they have to be like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. No wonder savages threw a fireball through our window and burnt our house down. I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying, yeah, that makes sense. I understand. I know, right? What are you gonna do? But yeah, they used to come up, remember? And a lot of them, too, would be druggies. So it usually just turned into dealing him drugs. Get him off your back about that racist shit. I ain't no fucking racist, man. Look, years ago, my sister said Mrs. Nigger to Mrs. Patfoot. And she's a really nice lady. She was one of my favorite teachers. These people are fucking crazy. You want some heroin? Okay, phew. Thank God. Take it to the others. Right, so when these people are coming up from the Bible Belt area, you start to see how whether they're upset about the racist shit or they're investigating the Kennedy assassination. That's for more the rich people, the upper class. You got 6 or 7, right? So over here in the Dem world, Dem Republicans. Yeah, you start to see this shit when you're a kid. Remember Ross Perot, Michael Dukakis, George Bush in that era? Oh man. Was it when yeah, they were really upset about that in that era when Bush and the Clintons, there was some shit going on, huh? Do you guys like to visit Maine? Do any of you visit Maine? I know, and why do you hide it when you do? That's something criminals do, and people doing bad stuff. I did not inhale. Should put that on his fucking coffin. What a one-liner. She sucked my dick, but I did not inhale. Hot sauce. I like hot sauce. 6 or 7. Right, so yeah, I can remember. You could either deal them drugs or I just act retarded. Like if they weren't coming in for the Kennedy book thing, I just act fucking retarded, dude. It was programmed in me. I thought that's what I was supposed to do. You get? I was a kid. For fuck's sakes. I grew up, and I'm watching the Three Stooges, Matlock, Murder, She Wrote. A lot of old Western movies, classics, soap operas. Read a lot of books. Yeah, the books that we had was pretty much what my mom had on the shelf out in Whitefield. There were some cool books in there. Dean Koontz, yeah, that was some good boots. Danielle Steele, she's a good writer, yeah. Yeah, Stephen King, always had all the Stephen King books, yeah, of course. I don't think she really understood him, and I began to learn that. Like, you don't get it, do you? Why would they dump pig's blood on her? Mama! Mama! Why would they dump pig's blood on Carrie? Mama! Why were they laughing at her in the bathroom? Because she didn't know she was having her period, and she thought she was dying. Why were those girls making fun of her for that? That's mean. Right, when you see someone's unaware, you should want to help them and teach them the truth, right? That's what that whole movie was about. They still don't fucking get it, dude. They still don't get it. They're fucking immature-minded, childish people. They're criminals. They're protecting sick fucking pedophiles and drug traffickers and don't want people to know that. They are in denial. I think they disassociate and try to pretend like it's not true so they don't have to accept it and they can pretend like they're good people. And it's fucking sick and disgusting and disturbing and really quite very sad. Frankly, madame. what, in that era, 4th grade? Yeah. Yeah, that would have been like 92. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that was a few years after that, after Greta Smith accident. Yeah, so that was probably 2 or 3 years at least after that when Brent shot his sister CJ. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of rumors. I don't know. Some people say they were being abused. He was going to kill her, then kill himself. Oh, yeah, typical story, huh? Then just couldn't come to pulling the trigger on himself. I know, and then they tell other people that, thinking they're going to get away with it. No, what happened was he couldn't reach the trigger on the shotgun. When he turned the gun on himself out in the woods, he couldn't reach the trigger. She had shot, she was in her bed, yeah. I don't know if he didn't know if it was loaded, and he was, rumor has it he was like messing with her, like get out of bed for school, we're going to be late, didn't want to get in trouble. Yeah, the parents, I didn't know them very well. I think they knew my brother, though. Rode bikes, yeah. I don't know, really. They didn't want to get in trouble or something. So he's going to just messing with her, like, get out of bed, you know, and didn't realize there was a bullet in there. Some people said that, and then other people said he was going to kill her and then kill himself. It was a whole mixture, yeah, different things. I think Old Man Stickney had found him out in the woods. I don't think Old Man Stickney would lie about that. That's right. So I don't know if Old Man Stickney said that because it was third-party information. Old Man Stickney didn't tell me that himself. Other people said Old Man Stickney found him in the woods trying to pull the trigger and he couldn't reach it with the stick. I mean, he was trying to reach it with a stick because he couldn't reach it with his fingers. So he had picked up a stick and was trying to reach the trigger or something, and Old Man Stickney stopped him. This is his last name. He didn't like to stick people. It's just his last name. Very nice people. Yeah, his kids were very nice too. Very, very nice people. Susie Q. Susie Q. Baby, I love you. Right, so he did go to prison. I mean, we were in junior high, yeah. He was just a kid. He was like 12. Very sad. And I believe he did go to prison programs till he was older, adult age. Yeah, so, you know, they try to take examples like that and act as though, oh, okay, so if it's okay to do that, then you see it happen, other people will do it thinking they're going to get away with it or something. Oh, yeah, just say that you were going to kill yourself after and then you couldn't come to do it, or... What? Yeah, they're psycho. They are fucking psycho. It is so sad how they take advantage of these situations to put fear propaganda into others and make mandates that are absolutely ridiculous. Like one person pisses on a heater and no one can use the bathroom now. Right, you know, insane. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that was a few years after that. Yeah, well, like I said, you can take it with a grain of salt. We've been rambling on here every day for years. In writing and speech, we share lives. We're telling people exactly what the fuck is happening here. And we're surrounded by people and psychos and drug addicts who are in denial and are knowingly or unknowingly protecting some sick fucking shit. Fraud and abuse at its highest level. These are the worst criminal networks on the face of the earth, and these are the sickest fucking most demented people. I'm sorry, I've been doing this for a long time and it hurts me to say that, but yeah, in this world you can't show favoritism or more what do you call that, be more strict on some. Yeah, it seems like a lot of them show favoritism and want to be more strict on others, where everyone's the same. You're not going to get any favoritism or any harsher sentence just because we don't like you or feel like someone should have locked you up years ago. Yeah, we don't do that. And we can see very clearly when people do that, and it's so fucking dangerous. It's a sickness. It's actually the root of all evil, motherfucker. Don't fuck with us. You have no idea. Dude, we're so fucking bright. I mean, to even call us a diamond would be dimming our brightness, okay? Gaga? Shine bright like a diamond. I really hope the proper authorities here in Augusta, Maine do what they're supposed to do to help our children that have been fucked and tortured for years. These are facts. These are facts, and I would love, please debate me on it. Please. And those who do, see the truth. And as you can see, when they start to wake up, they start to get attacked by those people, shot at, have their houses shot at, people who work for them killed. Right, Mr. Jones? If they even think about trying to say what's real and exposing that shit. And they will see them, they're watching them very closely. I'll say, yeah, like, look at the history here. I mean, we're not picking on anyone and we're not trying to make anyone more of a target, but where they have already been huge targets of these people. That's why we try to explain it. So, yeah, Tim Pool, Jordan Peterson, Russell Brand, great examples of that, as to people who are very much in those lines. Right, and think of what good people are in those lines and loops, are born into those families, just like you're born into your family, right? Born with a mark or a silver spoon, you know? Or nothing at all. You're just a mid-drift. You go either way. Try to stay balanced. Those triple beam scales, huh? But yeah, you can see if they even start to want to acknowledge those handful of issues, anything in that bucket, they start to get threats. And those threats, they make it look like it's coming from where? Oh, the cartel people are getting upset. They found out we're doing investigations. A Karen, non-vaxxer, you know, whatever it is, and they try to make it out like different establishments or individuals are targeting them when they're doing it to them because they see that they're waking up and wanting to address those issues. And then they try to make it look like the attacks are coming from somewhere else. Oh, YouTube won't let us say it. We can go to Rumble. Rumble's okay. Rumble, we can say vaccine on Rumble. I mean, it's so stupid. It doesn't even make sense. Like, these are adults. Okay? We're playing schoolyard games. It's that bad. You know, I don't think it's a disgrace to America. I think there are people that are very disgraceful and disrespecting life itself. Therefore, all Americans and people all over planet Earth. It's a huge disservice to our existence as a species. Yeah, wow. Not to be too extreme. I know, just crazy, huh? What an extremist. I like turtles. Look at you, you zombie. clearly. My name is Alexander Jackson Funk. What was his name? Breathe, Fatty McGee, breathe! I'm gonna fucking smack you. But I like the stairs. They're fun. Right, because that's what happens too. Is some of the top ones that get involved with the drug trafficking and child abuse and trafficking, human trafficking, they start to connect those dots. Right, because when you have undercovers who pose as drug dealers or human traffickers, right, like that movie, was it Sound of Freedom or whatever it was? Right, so when they start to put stuff together and connecting the dots as to where a lot of the feed is coming from, yeah, connected the same dots we did, huh? You'd rather not know, almost. It can be hurtful too to a lot of them. It's it's like they find out people that they're trusting. There's somebody on there, right? They wear the same badge. It's a disrespect to the badge, huh? To the profession. It's just evil, grotesque, inhumane. You just say inhumane. It's inhumane. Right, and when they're promoting the things at which are bringing the suffering and want to worry about kitties and doggies. Oh, it really pisses you the fuck off, huh? Oh, yeah, man, we've been pissed about that since the 90s, believe me. Beyond your wildest imaginations. Macaulay Culkin. If you really want to help the kids, get those old men telling their dirty jokes. Yeah, these punks love those old guys who tell their racist jokes. My shoes are made out of children's skins. Right, see how 6 or 7 world, right? So in that world, it's those kind of jokes you're going to hear, right? Like Macaulay Culkin, Corey Feldman. Look at the ones who say, like, old man said something. Michael Jackson was being a little up close and personal in the limo. Sounds like he's just a gentle character. You know that type. Can it seem like it's a little... Yeah, when you grow up around people who aren't loving or give you lots of hugs and stuff, just someone acting in their normal human way can almost seem like you're being raped, right? Oh my God. Right. Right, that's why it's almost like you don't want to be gentle, right? But if you freaking grab them by the shoulder real hard or talk like that, then that's not grooming. But if they're being soft and gentle, I can see. Does that seem like they were grooming you? Yeah. Okay, psycho. So they go around telling the story about nothing. I'm gonna let it all out in my book. Buy my bobblehead first. Are you fucking serious? You are really disgracing the Goonies, you motherfucker. What a disgrace. Bullshit. Bullshit. Talk about tearing down a legacy. Wow. Motherfucker. Right, so in their little world, those are the kind of jokes and things you're going to hear. Now 6 or 7 it and come over to here to this world and you have my dad saying, my chainsaw says run, nigga, nigga. Okay. Wow. No wonder they burnt our fucking house down, right? Give them a reason, really, right? So yeah, 6 or 7 it. It depends, what world you're in. You're going to hear different things that get people in fear and targeting certain demographics, stereotypes, and it's so sickening to us, and it always has been, and we don't get how so many people within the mainstream haven't fucking pulled the curtain on this shit. Wow. I know, you have, hope a little bit. You see someone like Tucker Carlson, and he just goes the other fucking way. Woohoo! The gaslighting. Quits Fox News, opens a YouTube channel, not talking about the issues everybody wants to talk about, goes to talk to fucking Putin. Right? America first. And then he doesn't even listen to the fucking guy. Did you read the history he gave you, Tucker? What the fuck's the matter with you? Right, and then when you look at the activist friends he's connected to here in Maine, if you haven't fucking put that shit together, I'd wake the fuck up if I were you. I could care less. You all can fucking choke on your oysters all the way to fucking hell and back, you nasty fucking pigs. Proper authorities here in Augusta, Maine need to address this, because these punks love those fucking people trying to come. When those punks saw those activists and how they were targeting the racist people, the drug trafficking, think about the associations with the Kennedy lines, trying to find out who killed Kennedy, and the heroin, right? He had a huge heroin problem too, right? When did he start getting clean? After 9/11. Yeah, a lot of shit was getting exposed and people went to prison. Hello? Yeah, I'd wake the fuck up if I were you. So these punks, when they see that, they know they're going to get away with murder and fucking our kids pretty easy. Right, Kennedy? People need to wake the fuck up. This needs to be talked about. It's not a joke. These are the worst criminal networks in the world, and they've confused a lot of people and strong-arm a lot of people. Yeah, why beat around the bush? Yeah, we're the kind of people that just like to say it for what it is, because we think beating around the bush and trying to coddle people's feelings and fake fucking stupid childish beliefs is disgusting. I know, look at the Osbournes is a great example of that, huh? Look at what Ozzy went through. When you're around people like that, yeah, what's his name? Howie? Yeah, him too. Look at that shit. Stay fucking hidden with your nasty fucking activist people around you. Dude, their wives, their children, all these people are fucked. They're fucking nasty. Waltz's daughter, classic fucking example. A victim? Probably, but now she's an adult and acting on their own recognizance. I mean, how young was she when she got put on medication? Kamala. Bunch of fucking psychos. Teach those old racist men a lesson. Are you whipping them? Beating their kids? Medicating them? Proper authorities here in Augusta, Maine need to wake the fuck up. My name's Mary. We're at the Governor Hill Mansion in Augusta, Maine. Michael Scott Garand is a sick fucking motherfucking nasty fuck abuser, and him and his sick fucking mother should be in prison. Death penalty for what they've done to those kids. Proper authorities need to get my children away from these people. We're right here if you need help with anything. Okay? Much love, health, and peace to you all. You take care now. Please take care of yourselves And each other. Eat good food. Get outside.